Lucas Reed was used to being invisible. He mopped floors before sunrise at Sterling G-Tech headquarters, a building filled with polished walls, expensive suits, and people too busy to notice them and keeping their world clean. But none of it mattered to Lucas. He only cared about one thing: his daughter, Emily, a quiet 8-year-old girl with brave eyes and a heart too gentle for the world. Emily had been bullied at school by the son of a powerful businessman, Richard Grayson. When Emily finally fought back after months of suffering, the school blamed her. Because Grayson funded half their events, Lucas stood in the principal's office, holding Emily's shaking hand. "Mr. Reed," the principal said stiffly, "Emily must apologize." Lucas clenched his jaw. "Apologize? For defending herself from a boy twice her size? Grayson is threatening legal action." Those words broke something inside Lucas. He had been quiet his whole life, but for Emily, he would burn the world. Weeks later, Lucas found himself standing alone in court. No money for a lawyer. No family. No one on his side. Across the room sat Richard Grayson, smirking beside his expensive attorney. Emily clung to Lucas' shirt. "Daddy, did I do something wrong?" Lucas knelt, cupping her face. "No, sweetheart. You told the truth. That's never wrong." When the judge entered, Lucas felt the weight of every hardship he had survived: poverty, abandonment, humiliation. But this was the first time he truly felt fear, not for himself, for Emily. Grayson's lawyer began immediately. "Your Honor, the girl initiated violence." Lucas slammed his hands on the table. "That's a lie." Gasps filled the courtroom. The judge narrowed his eyes. "Mr. Reed, control yourself." But Lucas couldn't. His voice shook, but it rose from a place deeper than fear. "I don't have money. I don't have power. But I have her," he said, pointing to Emily, "and I will defend her until my last breath." Emily squeezed his hand, and then, the door opened quietly at the back of the courtroom. Evelyn Sterling, CEO of Sterling G-Tech, stepped inside. The judge blinked, the lawyers froze, people whispered, "That's Evelyn Sterling, the billionaire? What is she doing here?" Lucas turned around, and his heart nearly stopped. He knew her, not personally, but he had cleaned her office for years. She wasn't supposed to know he existed, yet here she was, and as she walked toward him, Lucas felt the world tilt. Evelyn Sterling reached the front of the courtroom and faced the judge. "Your Honor," she said calmly, "I request permission to speak on behalf of Mr. Reed and his daughter." Grayson shot to his feet. "This is outrageous. She has no involvement." The judge raised a hand. "Miss Sterling, proceed." Evelyn stepped closer to Lucas, lowering her voice. "You're not alone," she whispered. Lucas felt his eyes burn. Then Evelyn addressed the court. 2 weeks ago, she began, "I found Emily crying in one of our break areas while waiting for her father to finish his shift. She told me everything. I reviewed the building's outdoor cameras that happened to face the schoolyard." The entire courtroom leaned forward. "I have video evidence," she continued, showing Grayson's son bullying Emily repeatedly. On the day in question, Emily acted only in self-defense. Grayson's face turned pale. Evelyn handed a USB file to the judge. "And one more thing," she added. "Mr. Reed is one of the most hard-working employees I've ever met. He deserves protection, not punishment." Lucas swallowed hard. No one had ever defended him like that, not once in his entire life. After reviewing the footage, the judge spoke firmly. "Case dismissed. Emily Reed acted in self-defense. And Mr. Grayson, consider this your warning. Power does not put you above accountability." The courtroom erupted into murmurs. Emily hugged Lucas, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Daddy, we won." Lucas lifted her, burying his face in her hair, but the shock wasn't over. Evelyn stepped toward Lucas with a soft smile. "I should have done more earlier," she said. "Let me fix that now." Lucas blinked, confused. "Fix what?" She took a breath. "Lucas, you're talented, intelligent, and far too strong to be stuck cleaning floors your whole life. I reviewed your file. You once studied engineering before life became difficult." Lucas froze. No one at work knew that. "I'd like to offer you a full scholarship to complete your degree," Evelyn said, "and a job at Sterling G-Tech once you finish. You deserve more, and Emily deserves a future without fear." The courtroom went silent again. Lucas' lips trembled. He had fought alone for so long. He didn't know how to react to kindness this powerful. "Why?" he whispered. Evelyn smiled softly. "Because sometimes, the strongest people are simply the ones no one ever noticed. Until now." Emily tugged Evelyn's sleeve. "Thank you, Miss CEO," she said with a toothy grin. Evelyn laughed gently. "Call me Evelyn." Lucas wiped his eyes, overwhelmed. For the first time in years, hope didn't feel like a dream. It felt real.